Tom and Jerry, Santa's Little Helpers, by Annie Aubach. It was Christmas Eve, and Tom and Jerry were arguing. Tom wanted to decorate the roof of their house with red lights. Jerry wanted to use green lights. As soon as Tom finished putting up his red lights, Jerry took them down and put up his green lights. They went back and forth like this all day. Finally, Jerry had had enough. He grabbed Tom's lights and tried to throw them away. Tom wasn't going to let that happen. He took Jerry's lights and swung down to the ground. Jerry picked up his lights and scurried back to the roof. Tom followed him, carrying his red lights. When they reached the top, Tom and Jerry were surprised to find a large sleigh full of presents. When they saw a reindeer with the sleigh, but something or someone was missing. Santa Claus. They looked around but didn't see Santa. Tom pointed to the chimney. He must be down there. Tom wanted to sneak inside to see what Santa was leaving for him, but as he crossed the roof to the chimney, oof! Tom caught his foot in the lights and tripped. This spooked the reindeer, and they all took off, flying into the air. Whoosh! But there was one problem. Tom and Jerry were both tangled up in the string of lights. They held on tight as the sleigh soared into the night sky. It swooped to the right, then to the left, as they flew farther and farther from home. They had another problem. They were too far away to go back for Santa. Who was going to deliver his big bag of presents? It would be up to them. Luckily, the reindeer knew Santa's route and which houses to visit. Driving the sleigh was only half the job. Delivering presents turned out to be very hard work. They didn't count on tiny chimneys or snarling dogs or children who fell asleep waiting for Santa. But all the cookies and milk were delicious. After many hours and many miles, Jerry looked in Santa's bag. There was still one more present left to deliver. It was almost sunrise, but they couldn't let a child go without a present for Christmas. Tom and Jerry were worried that they might be seen delivering the last present, so they worked together and tied it to the string of lights. As the reindeer flew over the final house, Tom dropped the present down the chimney. Ho, ho, ho! Their work was finally done. Back home, Tom and Jerry found Santa enjoying some cookies and milk in their living room. "Thanks for delivering all the presents," Santa said. "You make surprisingly good elves." Ho, ho, ho! He handed each of them a wrapped box with a bow. Tom and Jerry tore open their gifts. They were surprised to find strings of red and green lights, both colors together. Santa knew it was exactly what they needed. The end.